Hello everyone, and welcome to our channel. We're excited to have you here with us today as we explore the amazing largest nomadic sheep migration in Xinjiang, China. Please ensure that you watch this video until the very end, as we have something extraordinary to reveal to you. So sit back, relax, and let's get started. Xinjiang, an autonomous region in northwest China, is one of the most diverse and culturally rich regions in the country. Geographically, it is vast and varied, with high mountain ranges, deserts, and fertile plains. Among the most distinct and ancient traditions preserved in this region is the nomadic lifestyle, particularly the seasonal migration of sheep herders. This tradition has been passed down through generations and remains a vital part of the pastoral culture in Xinjiang, where both Uyghur, Kazakh, Kyrgyz, and Mongol herders have coexisted for centuries. Historical context of nomadic sheep herding in Xinjiang. Nomadic pastoralism has deep roots in the history of Xinjiang, a region known historically as a crossroads of various civilizations, due to its location along the Silk Road. For thousands of years, the local populations have depended on the land's resources, specifically grasslands and high-altitude pastures, to raise sheep, goats, yaks, and camels. Herders in Xinjiang have developed a sophisticated migratory system called transhumance, the practice of moving livestock between fixed seasonal pastures. In the summer, they move their animals to the cooler highlands, while in the winter, they descend to the warmer lowlands. This seasonal migration allows the herders to maximize the available pasture and reduce the stress on local resources. Sheep are particularly well suited to this environment, as they are resilient animals that can survive in the region's harsh climatic conditions. Traditionally, nomadic herders in Xinjiang moved along established routes, often dictated by the availability of water, grasslands, and weather conditions. These migration routes were inherited from ancestors, becoming integral to their identity and culture. Historically, these routes often crossed vast territories, including deserts, mountainous terrain, and grasslands, forming the lifeblood of nomadic life. Geographic and climatic conditions. Xinjiang's geography plays a crucial role in the nomadic sheep migration. The region is characterized by diverse ecosystems, which include deserts like the Taklamakan, mountainous areas like the Tian Shan and the Altai Mountains, and vast steppes and grasslands that are ideal for grazing. The climatic extremes, hot summers in the desert regions and cold winters in the mountainous areas, dictate the rhythm of nomadic migration. The region's mountains, particularly the Altai in the north and the Tian Shan in the central part of Xinjiang, serve as ideal summer pastures. Here, the grass is plentiful and the climate is cool, allowing the sheep to graze and thrive during the hottest months. During the winter, herders descend to the lower, warmer valleys or desert fringes, where temperatures are more manageable and snow is less of a threat to the animals. The Kyrgyz herders in the Pamirs, the Kazakh nomads of the Altai Mountains, and the Uyghur shepherds of the Tian Shan all follow similar migration patterns, each adapting to the unique geography of their respective areas. migration cycle. The annual migration of sheep herds in Xinjiang follows a predictable cycle. The exact timing of the migration depends on the elevation, weather conditions, and the availability of pasture, but the cycle typically follows these general stages. One, spring, March to May. In the spring, as temperatures rise and the snow begins to melt, the grasslands start to regenerate. This is the time when herders begin preparing for the upward migration to the summer pastures. The ewes typically give birth to lambs during this period, so the herders carefully manage the herds to ensure the health and survival of the newborns. The spring pastures are generally located at lower elevations, where the warmer temperatures accelerate the growth of grass. The herders and their families live in temporary shelters, such as yurts or alage, traditional felt tents, which can be easily disassembled and transported. Two, summer, June to August. As summer approaches, the herders begin moving their flocks to the higher altitude summer pastures. The migration is often a multi-day journey, as the herders travel with their flocks across mountain passes and valleys to reach the high-altitude grasslands. The summer pastures, known as Jilu in Kazakh and Yelag in Uyghur, are lush and green, providing ample food for the sheep. During the summer months, the herders remain in the highlands, moving their flocks regularly to prevent overgrazing. This is a time of relative abundance, as the sheep gain weight and produce high-quality wool. It is also a period of social and cultural importance, as nomadic families gather in the mountains, often celebrating with traditional music, dance, and sports. 3. Autumn, September to November. In the autumn, the herders begin the descent to lower altitude pastures. The sheep are usually sheared during this period, and the wool is collected for sale or for making traditional clothing and blankets. The flocks are also prepared for the harsh winter months ahead, with some herders selling or slaughtering animals to reduce the size of the herd. The migration back to the winter pastures is often more challenging than the upward journey, as the weather can be unpredictable, with early snowfalls and cold temperatures. The herders rely on their knowledge of the terrain and weather patterns to navigate safely through the mountains. Four, winter, December to February. The winter months are the most difficult time for the herders and their flocks. The sheep are moved to lower altitude winter pastures, often in sheltered valleys or desert fringes, where the snow cover is minimal and the temperatures are more bearable. The herders construct more permanent shelters for themselves and their animals during this period, using materials such as wood, mud, and stone. In some areas, particularly in northern Xinjiang, where the winters are extremely cold, herders may supplement their sheep's diet with hay or other fodder to ensure their survival. The winter is a time of hardship and isolation, as the herders must contend with cold temperatures, limited food supplies, and the threat of predators such as wolves. Social and cultural aspects of nomadic life. The nomadic lifestyle is not just an economic activity, but also a cultural and social institution that defines the identity of many ethnic groups in Xinjiang. Herders have developed a strong connection to the land, their animals, and the seasons. The cyclical nature of their lifestyle has shaped their cultural practices, oral traditions, and social structure. Family and community structure. Nomadic herders in Xinjiang live in extended family units, with multiple generations often participating in the migration process. Traditionally, the men are responsible for tending the flocks and managing the migration, while the women take care of domestic duties, such as preparing food, making clothes, and raising children. Children grow up learning the skills necessary for herding and often participate in tasks such as tending to the animals or setting up tents. The migration process also fosters a strong sense of community among herders. Families often migrate together, forming loose networks of mutual support. Social gatherings, weddings, and religious festivals frequently take place during the summer months when the herders are in the highlands. These gatherings help maintain social cohesion and pass on cultural traditions. Music, dance, and oral traditions. Music and dance play a central role in the lives of nomadic herders. Traditional instruments such as the dambra, a two-stringed lute, and raap, a long-necked lute, are commonly played during social gatherings. Nomadic songs often tell stories of love, heroism, and the beauty of the natural landscape. Dance performances such as the Uyghur Mesrip or Kazakh Kui are an essential part of communal celebrations. Oral traditions, including epic poetry and storytelling, have been preserved for generations among Xinjiang's nomadic populations. These stories often focus on themes of migration, survival, and the relationship between humans and nature. Elders play a crucial role in transmitting these stories to younger generations. Economic and environmental pressures. While the tradition of nomadic sheep herding has persisted for centuries, it faces numerous challenges in the modern era. Economic, environmental, and political pressures have significantly affected the viability of the nomadic lifestyle in Xinjiang. Economic pressures. In recent decades, the Chinese government has encouraged the settlement of nomadic populations as part of its broader efforts to modernize and integrate Xinjiang's economy. Herders are often incentivized to settle in fixed locations, where they can engage in more intensive forms of agriculture or animal husbandry. This has led to a decline in the number of families practicing full-time nomadism. The commercialization of wool, meat, and other animal products has also changed the economic dynamics of nomadic herding. Many herders now sell their products in local markets or to commercial buyers, which provides them with cash income, but also increases their dependence on external markets. Environmental pressures. Climate change and environmental degradation have had a significant impact on the availability of pasture land in Xinjiang. Overgrazing, desertification, and changes in precipitation patterns have reduced the quality of grasslands, making it more difficult for herders to sustain their flocks. In some areas, the expansion of agricultural activities and infrastructure projects has encroached on traditional grazing areas, further limiting access to pasture. Herders have had to adapt to these changes by altering their migration routes, reducing the size of their herds, or supplementing their animals' diet with purchased fodder. However, these adaptations have come at a cost, both economically and culturally. The future of nomadic sheep migration in Xinjiang. The future of nomadic sheep herding in Xinjiang is uncertain. While some herders continue to practice traditional transhumance, others have been forced to settle or adopt more sedentary forms of animal husbandry. The Chinese government's development policies, including infrastructure projects such as roads and railways, have further reduced the land available for seasonal migration. At the same time, there are efforts to preserve and promote nomadic culture in Xinjiang. Local governments and cultural organizations have recognized the cultural value of nomadic traditions and have implemented programs to support herders and preserve their way of life. Tourism, too, has become a potential source of income for nomadic communities, as visitors are drawn to the unique cultural and natural landscapes of Xinjiang. In conclusion, nomadic sheep migration in Xinjiang is a deeply rooted tradition that has shaped the lives of its people for centuries. Despite the challenges posed by modernization and environmental change, the resilience of the herders and their adaptability suggest that, while the practice may evolve, it will continue to play a vital role in the region's cultural and economic landscape.
Thank you for watching. We appreciate your time and attention. Please subscribe to our channel and don't forget to like, comment and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest videos. We look forward to seeing you again soon.